Hey guys, welcome back to Mr. and Mrs. Stang. For today's episode, I'll be doing a headlight install. I got a new set of 13 to 14 OEM headlights that I'm going to be swapping on my 2012 Mustang GT. So for all of you that want to do a 13 to 14 headlight swap, this video will be perfect for you. First thing you'd like to do is probably jack up your car because you will need to get some bolts from underneath the car. But the first thing I would like to do is take this cover off. You have a couple of these type of screws that you have to pull out. You'll have about like 5 or 10 of these that you're going to have to pull out underneath your hood, right in the engine bay, this whole cover here. I like to use this type of tool, but you could just use a flathead if you want. You can buy these off Amazon. It's just like a panel removal tool. So you got one here and a bunch all over. So you have to remove all those to pull that out. Once all your pull pins are removed, you can remove this. The next step is you'll have one screw here and one screw here. 2 on the wheel well here. Of course on the opposite side as well. One there and one there. So you'll have about 6 screws underneath the car. You'll have 2 on the right side. You'll have 1 on the passenger side, 1 towards in between the middle and the passenger side. This one directly in the middle. And then another one to the right. Another one to the right. And another far right screw right there. The 2 top screws are going to be an 8mm bolt. So these wheel well screws are actually going to be a 7mm bolt. Okay, now that you removed all those bolts, this should be able to just pull right out. There's a little tab here and here, so just make sure you lift up the grill a little bit and it should come right out. You will have your fog light switches attached to your grill here, so you just want to make sure to unplug those and you don't yank on the bumper. If you don't have fog lights, then good for you. One right here. Another right here. So you make sure you push on this tab right here and it will slide right out. Well, I have lower fog lights, so I'm going to have to unplug those as well. You need to remove your reflector light, which has 2 bolts in it. You could just untwist yours, but I have LED ones and I forgot. Alright, now that you definitely got all your connections unplugged, you can finally remove the bumper. Move each headlight. You have 1 bolt there, 1 bolt there, 1 bolt here. And I believe that's it. Make sure when you go to remove your headlight that this is removed too. When you remove all your screws, it's good to keep the top one in a little bit, because if it falls, then this will at least catch it. So remove the last little bit of that. Okay, now the headlight should be free. Oh, there's a little safety push pin right here. And just make sure you unplug all your connections. So you untwist the blinker bulb. And you can untwist the headlight as well. Now remove the headlights, the bulbs and the blinkers. There's a little tab right here, so make sure you push that down and it'll come right out. Same with this side, there's one right here. You can push it down and then it'll pull right out. Hey guys, sorry about that. Today's another day. I'm about to finish up putting in these headlights, so let's jump right back into it. I will be putting on a set of 13/14 OEM headlights into my car. This is a 2012 car, so in order to be able to do this, you'll need a special harness. The guy who actually made me this, his name is 5.0 Motorsport. I'll leave his tag right here. If you guys want to buy a set of OEM factory 13/14 headlights on a 2012 to 10 Mustang, you will need a harness. So I'll leave the Instagram again right here. Buy it from this guy. He's super helpful. He was, incredibly nice and helped me put everything together on my car. And let me show you the process of it. So the first thing is, this is your power source. So you will plug in to here, and then you have this fuse. You will have to remove one of your old fuses in this slot, which is a 5 amp fuse. You'll need to take out your 5 amp circuit that will be plugged in to where this is now, and then you take that 5 amp and you put it in underneath your 10 amp fuse right here. Then you go ahead and plug that in. Don't forget to plug in your ground. You can pick either one of these OEM ground lines. I've just picked this right one here. On your harness, you'll need to plug in the blue and brown wire into the passenger side headlight. So you'll just plug in that side. And then you plug in the passenger side headlight into this side with this plug here. I have a special resistor put on my car. He can make this for you too. So I have LED bulbs in there. So this plugs into your old blinker box or blinker plug. And then you'll have another cable that flows all the way down to here. And that will be your headlight for your driver's side. You will not need anything else. You will not need that brown and purple wire. You just need to plug in just that and your blinker, and you'll be good to go. And then when you go to plug in your blinkers, if they don't work, just flip them 190 degrees and then they should work. So just make sure you test that before you bolt everything up. When you go to put your light in, it's good to just get the top screw in first. That way it won't fall, and you can just make sure everything is nice and snug. After you put your passenger side in, you want to make sure to wire your driver's side through the engine bay and then out through this hole. You don't want to come through the front, because otherwise the headlight won't fit. Before you tighten up everything, you want to just test all the lights. Alright, looks like everything's good to go. Now I'll be doing my upper and lower fog lights as well, and I'm also swapping these front reflectors here, so we'll show you how to do that as well. I'll be using Diode Dynamics for all my fog lights and my headlights as well. A little bit of a tight squeeze, but it'll lock in. Oh. Bottom ones are easier than the top. So these will come off of a 10mm. You'll probably need a deep socket as well. They're not like screws, so they're like really weird. Okay, then to put these in, you just slide it in. Put these screws on. Fortunately, I don't have the right plug for this, so I can't power mine. That would be another thing. Now you don't want to do these too tight, otherwise you'll break them and you'll need to get a whole new one. That's all you need to do, just so it won't fall out. Now we just want to align the bumper and get it close to put on, just so we can plug everything else in. One thing I noticed when you get these 13 to 14 headlights and you go to put them in on your 2012 Mustang, you can't put in this top screw because that screw goes to the stock headlight. I'm gonna wait to maybe troubleshoot something on that, but I'm not gonna put those in for now. It's gonna take a little maneuvering to get it in the right spot again. So you want to make sure you don't tighten your wheel wells too much, or maybe just even make sure you put your skid plate on first before you do your wheel wells. Alright, now the front bumper is back on, everything is in working condition, and the last thing I need to do is just put on this little sill cover and I'm all done. I also got some new rear license plate lights, so I'm gonna go ahead and change those out too for you guys. By the way, all my LED lighting or any lights I've been using is all Diode Dynamics. They seem pretty good. Go ahead and check them out for yourselves. Just want to make sure it clicks into that groove. See if they work. Yeah. Alright, well, looks like they work. And then to remove your rear reflectors, you might need to get a screwdriver or something, just pop it out like that. Then they should wiggle on out. There they are. Can't even plug these in, but that'll do it for my 2013 to 14 and LED conversion setup for my 2012 Mustang. I just want to say thank you to 5.0 Motorsport. He was a huge help in getting me this harness. I strongly recommend anyone to go through him if they want to do this setup on their 10 to 12 Mustang. He also does some really cool 13 to 14 just like custom LED work and like some switchback stuff. So yeah, check him out, 5.0 Motorsport. And that'll be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks. Bye.